Okay, so for both the IB and IGCSE courses, they give you two versions of the cosine rule. So version 1 is the normal cosine rule. It's the one that shows up in most formula booklets. And this is the version where you want to find a missing side. Of course, that formula can be rewritten to make the subject cos A. And when the formula is rewritten to make the subject cos A, this is the version that we use to find a missing angle. So like I said, IGCSE and IB has both forms of these in your formula booklets. Some schools or programs make you manipulate this on your own, so you're only given the one version. But you can solve anything from this one version. So this video is going to be talking about using this version of the formula and finding a missing angle. So when you're finding a missing angle, you'll be given all three sides of the triangle. The most important thing to find is always whatever goes in this spot here. So you can see this side only shows up once and it's being subtracted. So that's going to make or break your equation. And you can see it's the side opposite the angle you're looking for. So you always find the angle you're looking for, look opposite it, and that is the value that's going to go in A. So 9 is what's going to go in A. B and C, because we're adding and multiplying, it doesn't necessarily matter what order we put them in. If we follow our labeling on our triangle, the side opposite angle B, we can call this one B. The side opposite angle C, we can call this one C. But again, it does not necessarily matter which one we call B and which one we call C. So once we have our triangle labeled, which you should always start with doing in trigonometry, now we're going to just put all of our information into our formula. So we're looking for cos A equals, so B squared, that's going to be 10 squared, plus C squared, 11 squared, minus A squared, which is 9 squared, all over 2 times 10 times 11. So as you can see, I'm using the Casio FX98060G2 SD calculator. So I'm going to show you two different ways to enter this into your calculator. So we're going to go into Run Math. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to enter this part into my calculator. So I'm going to get my fraction button above my 7. And I'm going to go 10 squared plus 11 squared minus 9 squared. Oops, minus. Then we're going to go into the denominator and go 2 times. Sorry, I don't know why that thing turned out 2 times 10 times 11. Always make sure that what you have in your calculator matches your equation, and so we can just hit execute. So we have that cos A is equal to 7 over 11. Of course, I don't want to know what cos A equals, I want to know what A equals. To figure out what angle A equals, we need to take the inverse cos of that answer. So we're going to go shift cos. Oh, didn't show up. I'm going to try that again. Shift cos. Alright, I don't know why this isn't showing up. Shift cos. There we go. Now I got my inverse. And we're going to put 7/11 in there. So 7 over 11. There we go. There is our angle. So we can say A rounded to 3 significant figs. So we have 50.4. 7 is enough to bump up my 4, so we're going to have 50.5 degrees. Now these calculators are powerful enough to do this all in one step if you wish. So what you can do is you can go right off the bat putting in your inverse cos, because whenever we're looking for an invert or an angle, we need the inverse. So we're going to go shift cos. Oh, came out first time that time. Put in our brackets. And then we're going to put in our equation. So we can go 10 squared plus 11 squared minus 9 squared all over 2 times 10 times 7. Close off that bracket and enter. So you can see whether we do it in 2 steps or 1 step, your calculator can handle it. And that's all there is to finding an angle using the cosine law.